Mabuhay everyone, MARKCHES here. Welcome to the channel, and for today's video, I'll be comparing the all-new Air Max 1 in the OG 87 with a big bubble, and of course, a traditional Air Max 1 with a smaller bubble. So which one is better in my opinion? Let's go. Happy Air Max month to all of you guys. So Nike has been releasing a lot of colorways on the Air Max, and I got two pairs which really caught my eye. Actually, there was a runner-up which is the corduroy blue that really caught my attention too, but budget constraints. So of course I have to get the big bubble Air Max OG in this red, white and gray colorway. I actually had this pair but not the big bubble one. I had 2017 or 2016 release if I'm not mistaken, and I ruined that sneaker because I was riding my bike and the laces got caught up in the pedal and it really ripped up my Air Max. Even the lace holes was tear down, so bad memory there. But I really like that OG color, and luckily I was able to cop a pair and with this big bubble rendition. And over to my left is the great indoors, which is also the Air Max 1 with the smaller bubble. And guys, I mean, this, aside from the big bubble, I think this is a sleeper because a lot of attentions are going to the big bubble. But this great indoors, if you take a look at the details of this one, you can see there's a lot of different textures and materials used on this pair. Specifically, look at this toe area. You can see there's print of floral there, and it's a shiny textile material which is really nice. And right at the tip of the toe, which is this cow print, it's like a cracked leather with kind of rough texture to it, and it's really nice. And moving on to the lacing part, you can see this tumbled leather too, while the swoosh is made out of suede tiger pattern. At the back is like a carpet look to the textile on the material, and same cracked leather at the heel. And the tongue also has the suede leather that's really puffy, and the interior lining is made out of satin material too, and the insole is made out of that tiger leather pattern. And the laces, so it comes with two laces, but the one pre-lace is made out of this velvet material, which is really nice on this Air Max 1, although it doesn't have that big bubble. But I mean, the details on this, I think this can go as one of the top Air Max 1 that ever released. It's a sleeper now because, like I said, the attention is towards this big bubble, but the materials here is so I really have to cop this pair. And I really like the feel that it gives. So the great indoors is, I think, a little inspiration to the furnitures that you have at home, like the carpets, like the velvet cover on your sofa, of course the tiger carpet that you have, and the curtain material and pattern that are used on those very opulent homes. So but let's compare these two in terms of the design, and I mean the shape pattern, because a lot of you are just thinking that the OG Air Max just has a bigger bubble and the spoiler is longer at the back. So those two are the most noticeable difference. You can see the spoiler on the OG, it goes out a bit more, which I like in terms of design. So that's one thing that's really different between the two. And of course, the big bubble has 4 chambers, while the regular Air Max 1 has 3 chambers. So those two are the most noticeable. But when you look toe down, the top part, as you can see, it's wider on the OG, and also the pattern of where the lace are. Look at this area. It is kind of wider on the OG here, and while the regular Air Max is kind of narrower, and even the shape on the toe is narrower on the regular, while the OG has a wider fit on the toe area. So if you're a wide footer, you would like the OG a bit more because there's a lot more space around your toe area, while the cut on the heel is a little bit different too. You can see it's higher on the OG, this heel part, and even the panels are even thicker on the OGs. So that's another thing to look at on the difference between these two. And the ankle cut is lower on the regular Air Max 1. So you can see this one is a bit higher on the OGs. So it's like a mid-low, while this one is really a low-cut sneaker. So overall, a lot of difference in terms of design. The panel cuts on these two are completely different. So let me know which one you would like more in terms of the shape, the aesthetic look of these two. Personally, I like the cut of the OG a bit more, especially the cushion goes out a bit more, and the shape on the toe area is a little bit wider. It's more comfortable when you're using them the whole day. So I like that in terms of the shape of the sneaker. While the tongue is pretty much the same, it's a very well cushioned. The lining or the lining inside the heel is a little bit thicker on the regular ones compared to the OG. This has thinner foams all around the heel, so take that to consideration too. The outsole use is the same for both, and of course the material on the OG is of course just a basic like cheap felt, the forefoot, and I'm not bad about it because they're paying homage to the original materials, shape of this Air Max 1. Thus they use this felt material all around, so this is just textile. They're very basic textile, and this felt material on the gray and the red. And one thing to take note too is of course the polyurethane that was used on the Big Bubble is a little bit more plush compared to the regular Air Max, but this great indoor Air Max compared to my other Air Max 1 is a little bit softer, so take that into consideration. I think Nike changed it up on the density of the Air Max 1 that was released this year because it's way softer than my other Air Max 1. But comparing the two, the OG seems to be a little bit softer. That's just me, but don't expect too much that the comfort level will be that high. But in terms of comparing it to your other Air Max 1 that was released years ago, these two are more comfortable. So I would rank this most comfortable, this next, and then the other Air Max that was released the past few years. Another shout out to Nike is of course the box that came with the OG. Look at this, there's a swoosh that's transparent, so that pays homage to the bubble too. And of course they also have a window here, the 4 bubbles. Of course the box is like deconstructed or like an old box look to it, so very nice details on this Big Bubble box too, so credits to Nike on that. So let me know guys which one you would like. Would you like a more basic Big Bubble design to the Air Max, but would you like this more, this great indoors which has excellent materials but has the regular shape of the regular Air Max 1? So let me know your thoughts down below. I would surely love to hear that. I'm not just a basketball shoe reviewer, but I really like lifestyle sneaker from all across brands, and Air Max has been my staple, especially the 97. The Air Max 97 are really comfy Air Maxes that I really like, given that the more of the retro Air Maxes. So the Air Max 97 is one of the retro Air Maxes that I really like. So this has been MARKCHES. Once again, thank you for dropping by this channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.